Hey, chat. Lovely to see y'all here today. Hi, welcome in, Shy. We have some Nocturin SMP lore. So a reminder, since this is a newer SMP, we are in character. Chat can communicate to this character construct through their magic, so they are there and they can interact. Just be aware that construct may not always reply, especially in public areas or surrounded by people. There is a chance they will, but keep that in mind. I don't want y'all to be confused. But yeah, we have a lot of fun planned for today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hi, Timber, welcome in. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. There isn't too much to go into. There's no trigger warnings for this kind of lore. Hey, Slayer, I am doing good. Excited for some lore today. Just making sure everything is prepped in game, so it's all smooth sailing for us. And it should be. So, I am just gonna grab some of my items and perfect. We're gonna get into character. Feel free to interact with Construct. They hear you, they understand you. You can be nice to them, you can be mean to them. Have fun. Okay, everything is working smooth. I think all the technical issues have been repaired. So I just need to get on. What do I have? I know I had a couple of experiments I wanted to work on. The plague victims, the end portal, the wellness checks. I need to look into the artificial greenhouse, and I did those wings for Miles, so I don't have to worry about that. Artificial greenhouse, that's... I mean, I could always do it for tech, but that's more Miles range. Temperature magic could be fun as well. I guess there's ways we could work with this. Okay, yes. I kind of want to mess with these new spells I was working on. So I'll add that to the list as well. Of course, and I can't do that in the lab. Kieran will get upset with me, especially if I explode or damage something again. Listen, it was an accident the first time. I didn't mean to. Yeah, notes from today, the new people, names, the portal, Dahlia Tenebris, Iris. Everything's working smoothly, so that's good. Okay. I don't think we need to look into anything else. A portable charger? Not technically. I have this, but I need to place it down, and it's inconvenient. So, I guess in a manner, yes, but not fully. But it's fine. We have other things we can do. It's not that hard. I'm trying to think, what else do we need to get done today? The lab is still being repaired, so I can't go down there yet. It's night, so let's get it for the night at the very least. Get a couple of seconds of shut-eye. I think Miles and Kieran would be on my ass if I didn't. Real quick, I think I'm having technical issues, so we're gonna turn off the shader pack for now. We were having technical issues. I got kicked. Let's quickly hop back in. Sorry about that, chat. Listen, it's not a lore stream if it's not scuffed. Okay, we're loading in. And we're falling for the void. That is unfortunate. We're gonna give that a second to see if that properly loads. I'm switching our music to something else and closing Spotify to see if that helps, just having less things running in the background. Today's been a very hot day, so I know my computer's been struggling a bit. Hey, worst comes to worst, we can take a few minutes. Let's switch over to the just chatting for now until I can get that back up, though. How are all of y'all doing today? Actually, I don't know how long this will take, so we're gonna be in here. How's everybody doing? But yeah, we're gonna have some pretty fun lore. I don't think there's too much going on. And hey, if you have any questions about Nocturin, feel free to ask them right now. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a very hot day, which might be the issue with my computer. Yeah, hot days aren't typically the best when your computer's overheating on that. But we'll get into lore. We'll have some fun. Okay. One day we might load in. Worst comes to worst, we'll probably just be chatting for a few seconds. Sometimes the world gets like this. Moving to check something. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna close all of this and give it a second to just cool down. Always unfortunate when we have that. But hey, you get to see the new, I can show off the lovely new PNG Deli made a bit more. Since Deli did such a great job. As always. Because moving Construct out here to y'all. Because this character's name is Construct. So, here's actually their default one. But sadly they do not do this in front of citizens. They have to keep up that smile. Which, so pretty. Then we have a flustered one since Construct cannot handle positive attention or flirting. And some of the characters here are a bit flirtatious. And then we have the one where they're talking about their science projects, since this is our little scientist. This is one of the city leaders of Nocturin City. They are in charge of general welfare, medical, and research. But yeah, they're a very fun character. I'm excited to expand upon them more in the future. Okay, we are loading back in. We'll see if everything's working. But yeah, Construct is such a pretty character. Deli did great as usual. Now time to shrink them back down. Get back in your chair, Construct. Technically mascot's chair, but it's fine, it's fine. Yes, this alley can technically lie. So, this alley is a fae. But they live in doll bodies, so technically they are not in their own body. They do not have to follow the fae rules. This alley can lie, can interact with iron, and so forth, but they can also be hurt by objects. When they are hurt, or if they are killed, air quotes killed, they will move to a new fake body, since these are just artificial bodies that hold their consciousness and magic. This alley also, in this body, since they are not in their fae body, cannot do fae deals or promises or trades of these sorts. Okay, we might load into the world. We might. I can't promise anything. At all. But we might load into the world. Yeah, but feel free to ask some questions about this alley. This is honestly an alley I've been looking forward to playing for a bit now. They're a fun one. This is also not a nature-focused alley. They aren't a big fan of nature. The only reason they'll show interest in it is because of their culture. Because they were raised with fae culture, they know they're a fae and everything. But yeah, I'm really excited. They're a fun character. We've gotten a couple streams with them already, and I'm just living for it. Okay, we might be chatting for a bit, since we are having some huge technical issues. Which is unfortunate, but things happen. So we are just going to be chatting for about 10-ish minutes or so. But yeah, since we're just here chatting, feel free to ask some questions about Construct. Or Nocturin SMP in general. Or any of the other SMPs. We have a couple that we're running. And as we suffer through this, let me tell you about this week's plans. I will remind again at the end of stream, but we're open right. I'm not doing anything right now because of issues, so tomorrow we have a stream with radio. There is not a time set for it yet, and we're bouncing on a couple of ideas of what we're actually gonna do, so I can't promise what we're doing just yet tomorrow. Friday, we have another Nocturne stream. It'll be after 10 p.m. PST for sure, but it'll be fun. We're going to be I can definitely speak chat. We're going to be doing more Nocturne with Miles and Construct. Friday, we have Rose and I. We're playing around on the mod pack, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's just messing around. They found a mod pack that they thought was really fun. Saturday, we are doing Windcraft again. That has just become our kind of every Saturday thing. Monday, we are playing some Circus SMP since it has been a bit. So that will be fun. It'll be nice to be on that again. Oh my gosh! Hey! I got a notification. Let me go check what that was. Because sometimes it does not show up for me, which is inconvenient. Weird, it doesn't show up what that was for. Well, in any case, thank you for supporting me. Okay. But Tuesday, I do not have anything. Tuesday, we're a bit busy. Oh, that is so fair. Yeah, my laptop is slightly overheating, so we're letting it cool down before we can get back into character. But just going over what we're doing this week. If you have any questions about Construct, Nocturin, or any of the other SMPs, feel free to ask them. We're just chatting for a bit until we can get back on. Um, Tuesday, I am sadly not streaming. I have some things going on that day, but you guys will have a lovely time. I don't know if I don't think anyone has any plans for Tuesday yet, so I won't say. Wednesday, we're back on the Trinity SMP. We're gonna have Allie and Alton interacting. And that is our current plan for the actually full upcoming week. Forget it's still Wednesday. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to all the things we have planned. I'm really looking forward to continuing with Nocturin. It's been a blast so far, and it's just started. But we're getting all these things done. We have so many things coming. And yeah. But yeah, this is Construct. They, as I was saying, they are Fae. They just do not follow the rules. So since they're technically not in their own body, this is a false body they made. It's kind of the same mechanics as a doll. They have their, you can see some of the like light purple parts like on their wrist and fingers is actually their joints. Inside, all you will find is an empty void and their magic circulating, because that's all there is inside of them, really. The magic will simulate some of basic bodily items like bleeding, mouth, tongue, teeth, things like that. But yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm really loving Nocturne SMP. It's showing a lot of promise, and the story so far is really fun. And we are gonna try getting into this world again. As I continue talking. Yeah, a lot of fun things are coming. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because I'm personally hyped. Okay, we loaded in. Lovely. Okay, we are gonna switch over and get back into gameplay. Feel free to interact with Construct, as I said earlier. They can't hear you, just keep in mind, you're not flowers in this SMP, you are their magic. Okay. Let's head out. I could work on some... I did have some things I wanted to work on. There's some experiments I thought could be really fun. Is Kieran home, maybe? Kieran? Right, no. She's busy. I have other things I need to do as well. I could work on those experiments. I could check out the portal. I have been itching to get there, but I did say I'd wait for Miles on that. What else am I... I really need to get a calendar at some point. What else would I be... Oh shit, fuck, I forgot. Wellness checks. We have those still going on. Today's Wednesday. I have winters I need to do. Okay, it's fine. We'll just head to the clinic. We'll get those wellness checks, and everything will work smoothly. I also need to give Winter those lessons. That's fine, I can give Winter those lessons. I have the books in my bag. Wait. Smile, we're in town. Okay, everything is fine. I definitely forgot I was supposed to be doing this. God, I need to talk to Azalea about trimming the vines on the path. I do not enjoy a face full of flowers every time I'm walking. But it's fine. We're fully charged for the day. It seems the issues we're having with my leg finally fixed through. The magic's... I... That can't be legal to be that indecent in public. It seems like everything's working smoothly with my magic, though. So it should be fine. Let's head to the clinic. If people come in, lovely. If people don't, even better. Even though I did want those blood samples. We had a lot of things we could do with those, and these are new... There's some new species of different people that I haven't gotten to mess with yet. And I don't know how they function yet, and I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm still in public. It's fine, it's fine. Let's just head into the clinic and everything will work smoothly. Listen, worst comes to worst. Nothing, actually. So, okay. I really... Actually... I could just move those bookshelves right now. Perfect. Okay. Karen keeps yelling at me to lock that. I had some books I needed to look into today. Okay. That was Dahlia who filled out the information. I still need to see her. Cyrus wanted to take... Okay, I need to see Cyrus soon then too, since they asked for it. Niles's information. I forgot to take his blood sample. Winter's information. Oro's information. Tenebris, and that's my book. Okay. Everything is fine. Breathe. Listen, most likely no one's gonna show up. And if they do, well, we get some more things done. What work? I can't do most of my work in here. Besides proper checkups and medical care. Which isn't bad, it's just annoying. Well, how are you doing? I've been rambling, but I haven't checked on you. That's our paperwork for people to fill out when they get here. It's fine. We can just sit here and take a second to breathe. I don't know what to do. I'm getting anxious. I want to work on some of these spells. But I can't. And I also can't get down to the lab yet, which is irritating. Okay, the portal, we need to talk to Miles. These are in progress. We're getting through, people. Okay, we have all that written down. We have things going on. It's fine. Group of... That's just the notes from the other day. I really should organize my journals better. Hmm. Okay, what else do I need to clean up around here and fix? I don't think anything right now. Hmm. It's fine, it's fine. I'm just... It's that itch if I want to get work done. But I have technically an appointment today. Why didn't I schedule a proper time for this? No one's around. I don't have to keep smiling. Ugh. It's uncomfortable for my cheeks anyways. We can take care of the examination room at least. Make sure everything's taken care of. We have the potions there. Salt, iron, silver. The tools. Needle and thread, bandages. Okay, note to self, regeneration and healing we need to stock up on. That information has already been put into another book. Restock on healing and regeneration in the clinic. Okay, lovely. We have our water down here. I also got around to making Tenebrus's room. Listen, I have my own rules. We're gonna take care of patients while they're in here. Yeah, that's much more comfortable. Hmm. Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
What?
Hello. Cyrus, if I'm not wrong, right?
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Part of my manners. Allow me to take off my robe. Sorry about that. That's not the daytime, so I hate the way that the sun feels on my skin comparatively to the night.
Understandable. It's adjustments you'll have to make here.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come in time, of course. Right. I saw that you were getting a lot of clients. Well, at least the two that were coming here, and I thought I'd try to beat them before I became last in that line of people.
That is understandable. Being last in the line is never enjoyable. Well,
Oh,
if you want
absolutely.
to,
Hmm.
if you want to get your wellness check, I can have the paperwork you can fill out, and then we can take you to the examination room.
Oh, perfect. I was actually, yeah, I was going to ask about that. I had sent you a letter and was just a little worried that it didn't go through.
Oh, I did get your letter. Do not worry. I do not know if you have a mailbox, so I don't know a way to contact you back.
So my theory was true. It seems so.
Seems it was.
Yes, I do have a place that I held up down there by the middle of the lake center. I believe it's the house that has a dock that leads to the streets or the walkway. It's an odd dock.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, here's the paperwork you can fill out.
Alrighty. I'll just go ahead and take this aside, and if anybody else wants to talk with you, I'll go and fill this out for now.
I believe I've already filled mine out.
Yes, I think I have yours in the back, Winter. I think this one. Yes, I do have it all filled out back here.
Alright.
Hello.
Hey. Uh, uh, you said, something about how you want everyone to do a check-in, a checkup?
Yes, a wellness check on everybody here.
Okay, I'm here for that. Was there anything I should have brought?
No, you didn't need to bring anything. The only thing I'll request of you is that you fill out some paperwork just so we have some basic information on you.
Okay.
Mhm. No need to be nervous. This is a safe place, don't worry. Oru, it's lovely seeing you again, but is there a matter we need to address? You had your checkup just yesterday.
Yes, so I was hoping that if you were, of course, this is only if you're free after all of their checkups, but and of course you don't have to if you don't wish to, but my staff has been acting up lately, and I was hoping you could take a look at it after you're done here.
Oh,
If you're
and
free.
after I'm done with the set plans for today, I would be happy to help you. It would be
course.
unfortunate if you had any magic issues, especially without having a license.
Yes. But yes, would you prefer I hang around here or come back later?
You are welcome to do whatever you please.
Of course, okay. Then I shall hang around here then.
Lovely. On the shelf.
All right. Believe everything's in order.
Lovely, lovely. If
There
that
you
is the
go.
case, we can take you off to the examination room right now.
Perfect. Which way would that be? Oh, right over
Right
here.
here.
Okay. Ah, yes. The doorway extended for the taller folks.
Yeah, a bit of a height issue.
That's quite fair. I'm assuming here is where I...
Yes, we should quickly change our ears though.
Oh,
Good, buddy.
yeah, there we are.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So, reading through this,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've heard of Norvillian. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, exactly. Norvillians.
Could you tell me a bit about it? I don't think I've heard of that before.
Right. So, what's your extended knowledge on the end, I guess, if that's what we... I'm assuming where we come from. In
Yes.
your... Yeah.
We have some basic knowledge of it. We know it's a different world from ours, and just some different things here and there, but it's not too intense.
Yes. Well, so like I had explained, we were once a united city, grand until we split. However, the way that the cities have split really determined, I guess, the way of life. Whereas Umbra people were more closer to the surface. Despite it being cold, they saw the stars and had more freedom versus us Chasmas, which we were banished more to the center. Despite it being warm, it was very dark, pitched, and kind of closeted a lot of us. Norvillian, from what I can have understanding from my family bloodline, at the very least, are people who are connected to the core of the end. They have been, I guess, in a way touched or blessed. Not in spite of how normal end people would be, or I guess Umbras, because there we are all connected as one through magic, of course. But I believe it's been some time and it's an ancient study. Not even my family had that many records of it. And as much as a bookworm I am, I could not find any scriptures or anything that alluded to it. But it was some beings that were somewhat, I guess you could say, in touch with the core of the end. That's as much as I can pull from him.
Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm.
With that, is there any You say you were blessed. How were you blessed?
Well, in your terms, what would you consider blessed? I mean, through the gods or through my birth or.
Well, blessed can mean many things. Blessed for the gods is typically, blessings can be something as simple as a help through your day-to-day life, or some are blessed to be stronger, some are blessed with higher intelligence. It matters.
Oh, okay. Well, in terms of blessed from birthright or anything, I don't believe my species has any kind of blessing. I mean, possibly. It's something I'm still trying to discover exactly. Well, I think as it turns out now, I don't think I'll be able to go any further considering we aren't in the end. But the blessings I am sure about are the ones from our gods back in our realm. I had, I believe, studied under them, which procured a blessing, which I know for a lot of people it's different because that's why I was so inquisitive about yours and what was your other leader's name? Sorry, it's been a long day.
There's a couple of leaders. We have Kieran, Miles, Azalea, and Ven.
I believe it was Kieran, through their gods, which was just acts, and simply being blessed was just happenstance, if I remember that correctly. But for me, when I had studied under Soren, our deity of knowledge and observation, I did not believe that gods were a thing for a while until he came to me. And in that moment, he had seen my devotion to knowledge and understanding of the world and magic, and had guided me to other gods, at least the ones that were available in Chasma, which were Ronan and Sarah. And through those two, I had, I guess, also been blessed. But I know that the reason that had happened was just because Soren and Ronan are very close, and I believe there is no other dispute from what I know about Sarah. Those were mostly the main three gods. I just remember after Soren, I was very keen on a lot of things. I guess in my speedy haste to find out most of the magics and understanding of gods in our realm. That was the only blessing I was aware of, but I'm not too sure about Ronan and Sarah. I did talk to them, but I don't know if I was blessed, possibly. I don't know how you would get checked for that unless asking them, but I haven't had time to go to the temple to see if I could contact them there.
Oh, that's fair. If you want, I can show you the temple again if you need help with it later.
Yes, that would be excellent. But for sure, I know that Soren had blessed me, if that is a definitive answer that you're looking for.
It is good information to keep in mind. It's helpful to know which gods are being followed, or if you follow a god, because certain gods have different physical impacts on people sometimes.
Oh, really now?
Mm-hmm. It's an
That is
interesting
interesting.
study.
I mean, I will say after my pursuit of the third god, Sarah, I did have a situation occur that became slight. Then again, it was mostly more and more as I studied magic, I guess. It was actually something I was going to see if possibly it's a thing you have known or have seen.
Oh?
Yes, if you would give me one moment here, I will take off my blindfold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we are.
Interesting. Do you mind if I approach you?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. This... This doesn't seem to be something I've necessarily seen before, but I can take notes of it, and on another day when we both have more time, I could sit down with you and we could run some tests to see.
Yeah, that would be great. It's nothing that I guess, well, it has been somewhat of a burden on me. I've noticed that my physical state has grown a bit weaker. Not as, I guess, spry, I guess that's a word for it. I guess more physically endowed, I guess, in that fashion because, well, I don't remember being this weak. At least my bones and my flesh, I guess. But other than that, I've been perfectly fine. Um, it feels like a flow, I guess you can say in a sense. These cracks. I know it's my magic, but I don't know what it means or have seen anyone else have these cracks before. The only thing that I have possibly leaning is that I don't know if my body has been able to keep up with the magics that I've been, I guess, mastering or studying. But that seems a bit absurd, right?
Not necessarily. Bodies have different limits for how much magic they can handle, especially if if you're taking on too much. Think of it like a bottle, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
fill a bottle up to a certain amount, but when you start trying to fill it more, it'll start spilling over. Now, the issue is if you if you keep it from spilling, if there's some way to keep anything from coming out but more is still being put in, that's gonna start having issues on it. Now, there are ways to start stretching your magical capacity, but they're long and tedious.
Well, I guess that's where I'm kind of at a crossroads with that one because I truly love any type of magic. It's why I studied it for so long. But if there's a way, I mean, granted, our lifespan, I'm not too sure. We've had, I guess, a couple of ancestors that have lived into the hundreds or 200s, but if there's methods to understand and increase that capacity, I'd be more than happy to pursue it. And if any you or the other leaders know of such a thing, I mean, I guess I can tell at this point I'm at my limit, possibly, but as I've come here and studied some of your magic, the cracks haven't been growing, but they definitely haven't been lessening.
If you don't mind me asking, what magic have you been studying here?
The magic that I've been studying were the ones that you had told me about. I mean, I haven't gone there directly because, again, I've only known so much. I believe it was your god, right? The one of magic and mind, correct?
Yes, Alaric.
Yes, Alaric. I've been going through, I believe, whose was it? Whose library was it again? The one that is owned by somebody here? I believe it
Uh,
was
if I'm not
Azalea?
wrong, Azalea had made that library.
Yes, and I have been going through many of their books and scriptures and tomes and understanding not only gods from different perspectives here in this world, but also some other magics as well. I've learned a few things from this world, which we did have back in Chasma, which there have been ritual circles, some glyphs, any kind of way to pull from nature and use it as yourself, but also give back to nature as well, I guess you could say.
Yes, that type of magic is a lot less draining. Imagine your typical magic that a lot of us are used to is a
Hmm.
gentle stream of water moving, right?
Yes.
Now, drawing from outside sources is a lot less of a strain since it's not technically your magic. It is less of a stream and more of just a trickle going on. It's a lot less damaging to the body.
I mean, it has been a good substitute comparatively back to my home realm. I mean, most of the magic that I've drawn has mostly been from me. I mean, the only external source I have ever gotten was from gods before. But no, I could see how that would be a lot lessening on my body, considering that it's pulling from other sources besides my own.
Yes, that might be a lot more helpful for you, especially if you can find ways to help store your magic as well. Because learning new magic, if you can find objects outside of yourself to store that magic in, it will stop taking a toll on your body because you suddenly have room for more magic.
So you could say that I can make like catalysts of a sort to store my magics?
In a manner, but I would be highly careful with that. Solely because you don't want to. Magic is very sensitive and picky about how you treat it. You could
Oh, yes.
simply trying to store just a bit of magic can make you lose your capacity to use it entirely.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that would definitely raise some issues later down the lines for sure. That is interesting, though. I mean, for the most part, the ways that I've learned magic have not only just been through vomatic and just hand gestures, and also using tomes, scepters, and staffs, but this is definitely new, because instead of just channeling my magic through something else, I guess possibly drawing in or placing my magic somewhere else would be nice. But again, yeah, I fear that possibly having that issue would not be good in the long run.
Yes. If you want another day, I could sit you down and teach you a bit about how to store your magic. It's a long process, but it's useful. I've had to do it in the past.
Oh, no, I'd be more than honored in any way. I mean, I guess comparatively to everyone else in this situation, find a bit dire, and yes, we do have our main goal of seeing where the leak of our magic is going. I guess I found this more as a great opportunity to learn more magic from a new realm. I mean, leaders such as yourselves and different aspects, like with Miles and you and all the other leaders, is something that we've only somewhat seen. And it's definitely something that hasn't been in our realm. So it's definitely very nuanced, which gets me excited to learn. But I guess I can get a little derailed sometimes when it comes to magic. But helping me out would help a lot in the future.
That's understandable. As soon as you get your license, we can start learning a bit more about how to store your magic. But until then, it would be lovely if we could schedule another appointment with you, just so I can take a look into your eye and those cracks.
I think that'd be great. The last thing I'd hate to do is lose my body to the one thing that I love.
Yes, magic is a wonderful thing, but it's such a dangerous thing to mess with.
Oh, absolutely. So, other than that, it seems fine. Any more cracks happening, or are we gonna discuss that a little bit more in the second checkup?
I think that's something we can discuss a little more in the second checkup. I'll have some more supplies with me that I can help properly examine that with.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, is there anything else I need to do for the checkup?
Mainly just going through some basic things with you. I know you didn't write anything down, but I like to be sure. Is there any past health conditions you have that we should be aware of? Anything of the sorts? Any physical altercations to your body?
No, except for the ones that I had exclaimed earlier, where just, I guess it's a bit of weakened state of my physical body. But other than that, everything's been perfectly fine. Still able to do my day to day.
Yeah, and honestly, the weakened state could simply be explained by this is a new world. We have different pressure here. You're being exposed to much more sunlight and much different environment.
Yes, as much as a lot of people find it ominous and odd to have the hood, it keeps the sunlight quite off my skin, which is a lot more refreshing than being straight in the sunlight.
That's understandable. The sun gives me a bit of a headache too. Well, lastly but not least, do you have any abilities we should be aware of, whether they be magical or not?
Well, aside from the ones that I've already told you that I've had, I know that magic comes in different ways. I know there's different types of manipulations, different arts, different elements. I guess the way that I've put my abilities is, I guess, arcane mastery. At least that's the one that I've studied. It's mostly just me being able to pick up and understand and study other magics. However, it does have its limitations. If it's something that's been given at birth, something that's kind of a bloodline, I guess you could say, hereditary, I cannot learn no matter how much I try or pick up that kind of magic. But if it's something I can understand and learn and attune to, then I could possibly pick up that magic. In fact, I have my tome here if you wanted to see. Oh, there we go. I have my tome here if you would like to see that.
Honestly, I'd be fascinated with it, but it's not the proper time to go into studying that.
Yeah, sorry. I get carried away with these things.
Trust me, I am restraining myself at this moment as well. I'm very fascinated with this and curious, but I sadly have to keep professionality.
Yes, I understand. Business comes first, especially in this setting.
Past that, Is there anything we should be worried about with your occupation? Is there any occupational hazards we should be aware of?
I don't believe so. Is it hazards from my own magic or occupations such as my job?
Occupation such as your job. It can be magic as well, though.
Oh, okay. Well, it seemed like my magic had some side effects. I remember casting that lightning spell plenty of times over, but never turning that pig into whatever that thing was the other day.
Oh, I am
Um,
aware of what you are talking about. No, that is a
yeah.
natural occurrence here in this world. Do not worry.
Okay, then aside from that, nothing much else. My original occupation was just simply a marketeer. I guess a merchant or some sense. I had licenses to sell, but I'm pretty sure they don't hold up here in this new realm. From any kind of magical wares to food, drinks, I've kind of had a concession license and anything else just basically to make profit and or work with currency.
Yes. Sadly, those will not hold up here, but if you want in the future, you are welcome to come by my office and we can work on getting that license for you.
That'd be excellent. I've also been trying to see, I guess, hmm, which one of you would be, I guess, under the guise of economics in this kingdom?
Um, all of us have a hand in it, but I'm in charge of most general things, so you could
Mhm.
come to me to talk about it, or Finn would be a great resource to go to as well.
Perfect, because I was going to see if we could maybe I don't want to, I guess cross a line or step somewhere where I'm not supposed to be, but I thought maybe the bartering system is a bit too broad and maybe we could switch to a type of currency. I had managed to bring some of our coin back from the end and possibly implement it here.
Um, Honestly, if you would not mind giving the coin, I could mention that to the other city leaders during our next meeting.
Oh, perfect, actually. Here, I have one of each. There we go. Starting from the top, highest to the lowest.
Gold, silver, and copper. Understood. That could be a useful system, at least slightly incorporating it.
Yes, I just remember at least in the end these materials were very rare. Um, Gold or iron or silver in each respective term. So I thought it would be good to, I guess, give things a price instead of maybe bartering farm animals for items. But whichever system works, I just thought it'd probably help out a little bit to keep things streamlined.
It's a useful suggestion to have, and it'll be something I'll discuss with the other city leaders. Do not worry.
Thank you.
Well, last but not least, since we have all of that dealt with, are you aware of your weight and height? If not, we can have
Oh.
this scaled in the future.
No, that's quite fine. No worries. My height is actually, I believe last I checked, we're doing feet and inches, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. Let me go ahead because I was about to use a different system. Normally
Apologies,
I no worries, it's perfectly fine. Yes, no, my height is I believe last I checked it was 5'10 or 5'11 and my weight was a bit more but it's become less now. I was around 184 but it's become 162, 164, one of those. So I'm
Hmm.
coming here, maybe the weight's changed a little bit.
That is a bit concerning, a sudden weight loss. Make sure to keep an
Hmm.
eye on that. Make sure to keep steady exercise and try to
Hmm.
have some steady meals with you as well, okay?
Yes, I've been trying to really get into the food here, especially with I believe it was Azalea handing out a lot of foods, but as much as I love sweet food as the next person, I prefer maybe a hearty meal, so I'll probably put away the cupcakes and pastries.
Yes, try to have a well balanced meal of your meats, your grains, your dairies, and so forth.
Mhm, mhm. Yes, that I believe is the accurate numbers that I have.
Mhm. Lovely. That is the last question. The last thing we'll need to do during this appointment is, do you mind if I take a blood sample? It's good to have it on file, especially in case of emergencies.
Oh, yes, by all means, that's quite fine. If you need to pull a sample.
Yes, it's just, it would be horrible if you came in here with some type of emergency and we did not have any samples of your blood on file.
No, I could understand. No worries. By all means, I don't mind if you pull a sample.
Lovely. Would you mind turning around for me?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Small prick.
Alright.
Are you feeling okay? No lightheadedness? Do you need anything to eat? Any water?
I think I'm fine. Surprisingly, that didn't hurt too much, I guess.
I lace a lot of the things with light healing and regeneration, so it's less painful.
Oh, wow. That's actually very brilliant. Using that kind of, I guess, magic on medical equipment? I've never heard of that before.
It's useful for things as simple as getting blood drawn or vaccines.
All right. Well, that was excellent. I appreciate it.
Of course. Now, thank you very much for your time. Now, let's have you head out. I don't want to keep you any longer.
Yes, of course. I appreciate it. Thank you again for all this.
Of course. Thank you for your time.
Hmm. Ugh.
Hmm.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi. I hope I wasn't keeping you all too long.
No,
no.
not at all.
Um, are any of you next, or?
If I'm not wrong, Soul is your name, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to head back?
Yeah.
Lovely. May I have your paperwork?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Here, let's head in.
Okay.
So, Soul, you think you're 25?
Yeah. Uh, I don't exactly have the greatest memory. But I do know that I am in my 20s.
Understood. That is completely understandable. Memory, is it a... Do you have memory issues from a medical condition?
I'm not sure. I've always been just kind of like forgetting things a lot. I'm not sure why. I think it might just be a genetic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had any concussions or anything in the past.
That's... Okay. Well, it's good to know you don't have any existing concussions or anything of the likes. It says here that you have a concern about insomnia.
Yeah. We never really slept in Casma, but here you can sleep. So I've been trying it out. But I can't sleep. And when I do, I have nightmares and then I jolt awake, and it may just be me getting used to everything. But I just thought I'd put it down because you're a doctor and I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, it is, and it's useful information to have. So you're struggling to sleep. I would say, since you are not used to sleeping in general, for the first week to let things be and see how it goes. Nightmares could just be you adapting to this new place and your mind properly processing everything here. I would say if your sleeping issues continue for a week to come back and we could discuss perhaps putting you on some medicine or at least having you stay for a night and examining how your mind reacts during the night. And if need be, we can find some medicine for you to properly get some rest.
Oh, okay.
Just because insomnia is something that can have the symptoms dealt with and we can help with, but we also need to make sure that is the actual issue. and it's not just your body properly adapting. I wouldn't want to put you on a medicine you don't need.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, we can have you come back in about a week's time for a sleep study where you can spend the night and we'll monitor everything. You'll be completely safe. Everything will go lovely. Do not worry.
Okay.
It says you're a moth. Do you know what type of moth you are, dear?
I don't. I'm just yellow. My feet, they're like, they have like brown fuzzy fur, I think. I don't know if that's the right term, but I do have like brown legs and feet, if that helps. But the rest of me is just, it's mostly just yellow.
Understood. Something we could look into in the future. It is useful to know what type of moth you are. Different ones have different needs, and we want to make sure you can have everything you need here.
Okay.
So, since sometimes following a deity can have can have physical effects or mental effects, do you follow a deity?
I don't.
Understood. Do you practice any types of magic?
I don't.
Mhm. So you won't need to be getting a license.
Yeah.
Is there any physical abilities that you have, either related to your species or just out of the normal?
I can fly. I can see in the dark. I can climb walls. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Useful information to have. Okay. So this is going fairly smoothly. So luckily, as I said, I do want you to come back in a week's time so we can check on that because, as I said, you came here from a very different place. There is expected to be some difficulties adapting to here. But there is also the worry of if you do have some type of issue, we want to deal with those. Nightmares, while traveling like this, are fairly common. It's just your mind processing. If those also concern you, chronic nightmares are an issue that we can help deal with.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So you don't follow deity, no magic practice. We know all the abilities you have. We've addressed the issues. Do you mind telling me your height and weight, dear?
I'm 5'2", and I think I'm pretty small, so I'm probably like 80 pounds. I haven't like properly checked, but I've been pretty small my whole life.
Understood. When you come back in a week's time, we can get you properly scaled if you need.
Okay.
And there's no family history we need to keep in mind of?
No.
Okay. Now, do you have any past conditions that we should be aware of that have been dealt with but could pop up again? Whether that be injuries like broken bones, any injuries upon any internal organs, anything of the sorts?
No. I've been pretty careful my entire life, so.
Understood. Lovely. That is all the information we currently need on that.
Okay.
Now, do you mind if I take a blood sample, dear? It'll be a quick prick. You'll barely feel it.
No, of course. You can do whatever you need to.
Understood. It's solely so we have it on file in case of emergencies, because if you have an accident, we need to be able to tell your blood type and everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, would you mind turning around for me?
Yeah.
Lovely. That's it. It was just a small prick.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. See? Don't worry. We make sure things are efficient and as painless as possible here. Are you feeling okay? Any lightheadedness? Any food? Any water you need?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay, lovely. Well, we can have you leave for now, but as I said, please come back in a week's time and keep me updated. And also, if you just need any help in general, I'm always here.
All right. Thank you so much. You're very nice.
Of course, dear.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, it is a little one, so possibly not much to examine. Oh, bad.
Oh,
Off. There you go.
off they go.
In winter, I will be having you next. I just need to put some things away.
All right.
Oh. Well, you
Somewhat
excited
of an
for?
ancient vampire, apparently.
Oh. Again with those folk tales. I swear, I always thought vampires were nothing but book story tales.
You say that until you come face to face with the werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
They're not.
And then,
Ugh.
alright.
No?
Alright.
Yeah, hello? Head right in.
Good
Alright.
luck.
Thank you.
They won't need it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. Huh. Okay, Winter. Would you mind taking a seat or standing if you prefer on the bed?
I can sit.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, going over what you told me, you are not aware of your age, right?
I'm not quite sure how to calculate it into the time frame here.
That is fair.
I'm not sure if I should calculate before waking up.
Before waking up?
In technicality, I am created from another being. The skeleton of one, at least.
Yes. Typically, when we are doing age, when you're created from another being, we would take both types of age, then the combination of both, and then the time you have been sentient.
Oh goodness. I do not know how old the thing I came from was.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been alive for a good 100 years.
Mm-hmm. A couple 100 years. Understood. Yeah, when it gets into the hundreds, it can be a bit hard to keep track.
I do not think construct is a cannoli. I don't know why I would call them that.
I am in fact not a cannoli.
Apologize. There's something called a flutter apparently talking to me.
A flutter? What is that?
I don't know. They said they were one of Kieran's.
Oh, understood. No, I know what you were talking about then. Okay. Well, can you tell me a bit about your species, Ender Phantom?
Yeah, that is the term most people tend to understand better. What is it you need to know?
For now, just the basics, how they operate. More biological than cultural. We don't really need cultural information in a medical sense.
Yes. I suppose in a sense we are quite close to this world's version of phantoms. Skeletal is on the outside a little bit more, a little more on the inside as well, a little more brittle, I suppose. I take damage easier, less health. We have a slight issue with creatures of insomnic nature.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. It is difficult to be around people that need to sleep but do not.
Interesting.
Mhm. Um, senses are a lot more sensitive.
Mm.
I see things better, I hear things better, things like that.
That is fair.
I am physically weaker because of such, though.
Hmm. That's fair. Survival however you can.
Hmm.
Oh.
I cannot quite think of anything else super important about. I mean, there's a lot of other things, but for me specifically, that's about it.
Understood. Sorry, just writing this down. Okay, do you have any magic that we should be aware of?
Um, Sort of, not really. I typically use ritual magic, castings, curses,
Mhm.
stuff like that. A natural magic, not entirely.
Oh,
I
not
can,
entirely.
um, I suppose could be considered magic. I can wither people slightly if
Oh.
I look at them a certain way. It is not
Mhm.
something I typically do with people, though.
I would hope not.
No.
Okay. Hmm. Is there any abilities based off of your species?
I do believe I've mentioned before that I can see through walls decently.
Yeah. You
Uh,
have mentioned that.
I see the outlines of things from relatively far away. Like, from my home, I could see you up here, or in your area up there.
Oh, interesting. So you can see and fairly far away.
Mm.
Mhm. Anything else we
Entities,
should?
creatures, I can see them. I can levitate.
Levitation.
Mhm.
Understood. Anything else we should
I
be aware of? Yes.
Not biologically that I can think of,
Mhm.
other than the
Any
withering.
anything else in general?
Not that I can think of.
Understood. Thank you for this information. It's useful to have this, especially if worse comes to worse, you are unresponsive and we have to do some emergency procedures. It,
Mhm.
let's just say when we used to not ask these questions, it's very inconvenient to do an emergency operation when someone's levitating.
Ah, that does sound quite difficult.
Okay.
Mm.
Is there
Actually,
any?
I
Oh,
suppose it might be important to mention that my bones are not normal bones. At
oh,
least I suppose to you guys. I am born from the skeleton of a dragon.
oh, interesting. Yeah,
Mhm.
that is important information to know. I would be very confused if I came across
Yeah.
you and saw bones that didn't properly fit your structure.
Yes, I forgot that that was probably a little bit different.
Hmm. Useful information, though. Do you worship any gods? Some gods can have effects on the people they're being worshipped of, so it's useful to know.
I currently do not worship any god, no.
Understood. Okay, can you tell me your height and weight, please?
Um, Weight I am unsure of. Uh,
Hmm.
it tends to fluctuate depending on what I eat. My metabolism is relatively fast, so I burn through it quite easily.
Hmm.
Uh, Height, I believe, 5'8".
Understood. On your next visit, I can get you properly scaled so we can figure out your weight.
Hmm.
Okay, all of that has been answered. There's no issues there. All the questions I had were answered because luckily you have no concerns or existing conditions. Have you had any previous injuries?
Mm, I sort of have in the past, but those have all mended.
All mended, no signs of any trace of them?
No.
Okay, so no issue with those, understood. Okay. That is all the information we need currently. May I take some blood, please?
Um, mm,
Are you okay?
mm. Um,
It will be quick and painless, do not
no,
worry.
that is not, that, sorry, that request caught me off guard a lot.
I apologize.
Please rephrase.
Okay, I can rephrase that if you wish. May I have a sample of your blood? It's useful to have on file, especially in emergencies.
Okay, for medical reasons, specify, please. Yes.
Yes, for medical reasons.
Yes, okay. Okay, alright. You did, hmm,
Yeah?
sorry, it caught me very off guard. For my kind, that is a proposal of sorts. So
Uh,
it was,
uh,
yes, that is why I requested you specify.
I apologize. That is not my intention
I,
here.
no, that is alright. I did not believe you were aware, which is why I requested you specify.
Uh, yes, I was not aware. No, I was asking everyone that. I was not trying to. No. Uh,
You are fine. You are fine. It just caught me off guard.
I would understand. If you proposed to me, I would also be very caught off guard. um, I is it okay for medical reasons if I take a sample of
Yes,
blood?
for medical reasons, I am perfectly fine with that.
Okay, thank you. Uh, would you mind turning around for me? Thank you. Okay,
I'm,
lovely.
it was just in the way you phrased it. That is in a way requesting I propose to you.
Yes,
So
no, I was no, I was not.
mm,
I apologize. I seem to be struggling with words at the
it
moment.
is all right. I understand.
I was not proposing or asking you to propose. I
I
swear.
assume so. Not. I do not expect many here to know many of our traditions or any of that. So I assumed it was probably for something else and not you spontaneously asking me to marry you.
Yes, no, that would also be very unprofessional.
In a workplace, not even at dinner. Goodness.
In a workplace and at your checkup.
What a way to surprise someone.
I don't think that would be a pleasant surprise.
No. Probably not.
But okay. That that is all I need for your checkup, but the other day we were talking about me giving you some lessons on writing in common.
Hmm.
Are you still interested in taking this today?
Yes, I am.
Lovely. If you want, we could head up to my office for a bit, so we're not interrupting any people.
That sounds good.
Okay, I'll go put these away, and then I can head to my office with you.
Alright.
Ah, welcome back.
Hello.
Oh. So, how's your health?
I am in good health.
Oh,
Oh,
doing
so-
better than me.
I suppose so.
That's good to hear.
Mhm.
Oh, was it your turn, Oru? If you had something you wanted to do with them?
oh, yes. My tools. Yeah, so it's mainly been my staff that's been slow to respond, I guess.
I see. That is something I could work on, but not in a medical sense. It is something I can do some research into. If you want, you can lend it to me for now. If you are comfortable. If you are not comfortable with that, we can meet at a later time today and go over it.
Honestly, it's whichever one you prefer.
Currently I have some other things I need to attend to, so meeting later today would be preferable.
Of course. Where exactly would I be finding you?
The easiest place to find me for the rest of the day would be my office.
Of course. Just, I suppose send word for whenever that is.
Yes, I will send word, do not worry.
Okay, then I shall see you then.
Mhm. Thank you both for your time.
Hmm.
So we have some simple things planned for today.
Mhm.
Because you say you can read common, but you can't write it, so
Yeah,
some things to go on with that.
I write in the dialect most closest to common
Mhm.
for at least my kind, but I still struggle very much with figuring out what goes where and what words mean what for common.
That is fair. We can work through that then. I have some ideas of things we can work on, and honestly, we can just sit down and talk through some of this.
All right.
You seem very fluent in speaking it, luckily.
Mm-hmm. I do struggle on occasion, but I have most common dialect down. Lots of phrases or terminologies I do not always know, though.
That's understandable. I, I will not lie. I have issues with a lot of the phrases as well.
I also often forget what words mean what.
That is fair. Can you give me an example?
At times I forget what certain animals are called in common, or I
Mm,
forget what certain plants are, foods. I mostly
mhm.
mix things up a lot of times, or if I'm using, I guess, like scientific terms, I'll often forget what it actually means.
That is fair. I could work on a book with you of pictures for different animals, plants, and foods to help you on that.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
hmm Yeah, I can work on that. That's not something I currently have, but it's something I can get in the future.
That would be helpful.
Mhm. So, what are your biggest issues when with the common language when it comes to writing?
The spelling. I tend to not quite know what goes where, like I mentioned, and um, goodness, a lot of the times I'll accidentally replace things with runic, or I just simply won't know what I'm supposed to put there.
That is fair. We can work on some common phrases and sentences to get through some of that. Um, lavender. Um, Interesting.
Where do I leave the
Hmm,
license request, by the way? For
That would be at Kieran's door. We can stop by there real quick. Right here.
just leave a little note. I just did a little
Mhm.
note, so it was easier. I wasn't
Mhm.
quite sure how to word it since it's not natural magic I use. I use like ritual magics.
Mm-hmm. Kira will understand. That is her department. Here, let's sit down here. It's a lot more comfortable.
All right.
Okay. So, I actually had some books I was working on for you. One is a simple book of the alphabet to go over.
All
I
right.
just think a quick translation of both would be helpful for you.
Well, that would be.
Especially since when I was going through them and properly labeling everything, some of them do have similar letters.
Yes, it was the closest one that was available that looked the most common.
Mm-hmm.
So I stuck to writing in that so it would at least be a little easier.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be a little easier with that. One second, I need to do something.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, okay. I have a book for you later after this that we can go over. That will be pretty much in the least. I'm trying to find a proper way to say this. And the nicest way of saying this, it'll be like a homework assignment.
All right.
It'll just be something you can work on your own. I'm going to quickly grab another book from upstairs.
All right.
Because I forgot to give my office them.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. Here. Okay. Apologies. The books in the office go by very quickly, so need to keep on putting new ones in.
Judging by the amount of paper that Miles has in his room, I do not doubt that things go fast.
Ugh, it's all stacked up in his room. Oh, one day we'll get that work done. Not today.
Mm.
So you were saying you're struggling with the spelling of things, right?
Yes.
So, hmm, okay. So what I'm hearing is we need to work on some common phrases for you.
Mm.
Okay. Is it okay if I come next to you, just so I can be a bit closer? It'll be a bit easier.
That is fine.
Thank you. Okay. So, there's a couple things we can go over with this. The biggest that I would like to go over is we need to find a way, at least, so you can write simple terms.
Mm.
Are you able to? Do you know how to spell some words in common, or is it all completely foreign to you?
I know some of the letters because they're similar to the runic ones.
Understood. So we need to work on some common phrases for you to understand.
Mm.
Because you can read them, so you understand that aspect. Okay. What phrases do you use most when you're writing? I feel like customizing this for you would be best.
Yes, I am typically very wordy.
Mhm.
Depends on what I'm writing for, I suppose. I typically write how I speak.
Fair, fair. Okay. Trying to think. Most likely, the most important letters you would be sending here would be to government officials.
Mm.
So, what would be some common phrases you would use when addressing one of us?
Hmm, Well, I guess I suppose when addressing Urine for Magic, it would be inquiring about the licensing.
Acquiring about the licensing. Okay, that is a first sentence we can work on. Let me get it out in Runic for you first.
Hmm.
Okay. If I'm not wrong, this is how I properly spell it. Acquiring about the licensing. So, with that, I am going to fill in letters here and there. I'm gonna ask you to use the book you have already to try and fill in the rest, okay?
All right.
I feel like this would be something useful to at least get a start for you.
Hmm.
So, each word in common is going to be missing 2 to 3 letters, and I want you to try to figure out how to add the correct one in with how you already know.
All right. I can try and do that.
All I ask is that you try. And I'll have a space in that area so you know where you're looking at.
All right.
And here. Okay. I am going to give this to you.
Okay.
So there are spaces in each of the places where a letter is missing in the English area.
You just want me to fill in the blanks?
Yes. It's simple, but it's a good thing to start off with. Because if you can fill
All
in the
right.
blanks, then I can understand how to proceed. If you can't, then we're going to go back to that.
Hmm. Um, hmm. S- Um, hmm. S- Is that? Yes, that's a C, not an I.
hmm
Hmm. Some of them I am not sure what to replace them with, so I just wrote in the runic.
That is understandable.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh.
There we go. It is a start, and that is all we are asking.
Hmm.
Okay. Acquiring. You got the first letter right. And it is interesting, actually. One of the letters you replace with runic is the capital version of the letter in common. So, well, I know it's runic, it's close. Okay. I'm gonna write down the corrections next to the ones you missed.
All right.
So in licensing, you put down a C.
Hmm.
You were close on that one. That one is an S.
An S. Okay.
And the last one is an N. So I put some corrections in for you
Okay.
so you can understand that a bit better.
All right.
You did pretty good, especially for a first try.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
To S. S. Okay. And then the U. Okay.
Yeah, you did pretty good for a first try. I'm impressed.
I appreciate that.
Of course. So, working on from there, I am going to construct a couple of exercises. Would you mind giving that book back to me?
If I can.
If you can.
Nope. Nope.
A
My
little
reach is
further?
just a little too long. It's just a little too long.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. I'm going to leave that example there for you because it'll
Hmm.
be good for you to have that as something to reference in the future.
Okay.
What would be another sentence you think you would commonly use?
Hmm. I'm not certain. Typically, the things I say depend on what's happening.
That's fair. Here, we can work on introductions and signing off. Because like saying dear and sincerely or so forth, things like that.
Okay.
It would be a good
Commonly, if I'm signing off on a letter, just in general, I put best wishes.
best wishes. Understood. For dear, I'll put my name, just so you have it for future reference. And best wishes, and I'll put your name.
All right.
Okay. And putting the underneath. Okay. We are going to try this exercise again where I will leave one area empty for you.
All
and I
right.
will see how you fill it out. Some of these will be letters you've already tried on the previous page. Some of them will be new ones. And keep in mind, I'm not sure if this exists in Runic as well, but your name and someone else's name will always be capitalized.
All right. That was. Construct. And I guess. Capital. What is the difference with the capital?
Okay. The capital, it depends on the letter. You can reference the original book. I did the capital first and the lowercase second.
All right. It's that one. Oh, darn it.
Okay, let's see how you did. You did increasingly better on this one. It seems you only missed 3 spots.
Mm.
So I will put in the proper ones for the ones you missed. And let you look over that. Okay. Yeah, you only missed 3 out of it. That is pretty good. You're a quick learner.
I would hope so. That is my point.
Oh?
Alright. Oh, they look similar.
What looks similar?
They are.
Ah, yes, they do look similar. Especially if you... the capital R. It's good to make these connections. When you have some free time tonight, looking at the connections, seeing what letters look similar to each other would be useful.
Mm-hmm. Curse my
Almost.
reach.
There we go. Okay. Let's try one more exercise for you on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would be a good? We have what you're trying to do for a letter you already have. We have a introduction and sign off. Is there anything else you'd be interested in attempting today?
Names in general, possibly. At least the city leader ones, so I can address them properly in writing.
That is something we can do. Let me write down each of their names. Mine again, since it would be good for a repeat's sake for you to have that. Especially since you had it on the previous page. If you can try rewriting it again on this one, it might be useful for you. Okay. We got my name, we got Kieran's. Let's get Miles. Okay, this will go on to page 3 and 4.
Mm.
Okay. There we go. I am going to remove certain letters from each one again. I know I've removed that one in the past, so we'll have that as a repeat. This one is a new letter, so we'll see if you get that one.
Alright.
Okay, these are on pages 3 and 4. Give that a try.
Okay. Struct. That one. Y. S. Have I done that? I did. There. Nope. There we go.
There we go. Let's see how you did. Okay. I see. It seems like you are having an issue converting the runic R to a common R.
Hmm.
It seems like you understand that that's an R, which is useful, especially with their similar shape. You got miles completely right. I see. Yeah, Z can be hard for some people. So Azalea, that makes sense. But you got Fen and Miles completely right. And out of all of them, you only had 3 where you struggled, which is pretty good. I'll put the proper corrections in them again for you. And Azalea. Okay, here you go.
R, Z.
Mhm.
Z. They look very different.
They do look very different.
Okay.
Mhm. Now that I see where you're at, can you pass me that exercises book I think I gave you earlier?
You give me an alphabet
Oh,
book, and you give me that
alphabet.
one.
Never mind, I still have the exercises. I'm going to
Yeah.
edit this a bit for you. Just because I properly understand where you are, what you are capable of now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I will put the English translation underneath them because it will help you. I'm going to give
Alright.
you 2 exercises you can work on. One will be something similar to what we are doing today, where I'll give you a couple of words, and the other is something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll give you 5 in total of what we did earlier to try again.
Alright.
Hmm. Okay, and one more. Hmm. That should be an easy one for you. Okay. We have some things you can work on now.
Okay.
That is some exercises you can work on. We can give you new ones throughout time. The first one is something new that I want you to try out. If you succeed in it, wonderful. If you have issues with it, that is fine. It is simply something to just test. The rest are things we have already tried out today. And it is some are some letters you have not experienced today, some are. We'll see what you can
Okay.
get and what you can't. While you are allowed to use the alphabet book on it, I would ask you try at first not to.
I can do that.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. If you would enjoy, we can do this a couple of we can do this once or twice a week. Give you some lessons to help you understand common in a writing sense.
I would enjoy that.
Lovely. Well,
I appreciate your help. You are very helpful.
thank you. I am glad I could be of help. Would you be willing to meet this time next week as well?
Sure. I can meet this time next week.
Lovely. For now, I am going to get up and stretch.
Do you not commonly stay in one spot for very long?
It's not that. I have a tendency to sometimes, but even then, it just gets uncomfortable.
I suppose that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I hope those go well. What are you looking at?
The cat, sorry.
Azalea's cat.
Yes, doesn't have a name.
It most likely does, but I will not lie. I've not asked. I'm not much of an animal person myself.
I do not commonly spend time around them, but I have never seen a cat. So,
Oh, interesting.
I know of its name, but I have never actually seen one. Well, besides its outline, I suppose.
Something that could be helpful for you to link words to objects would be to have you interact with them. Maybe during our next lesson, to help you, we can go outside. We can find some different items that you have an interest in, and we can show you how to spell them.
That would be nice. I think that there was an Enderman that was in like a cart, but I think he's gone now.
Well, I'm
That or the
glad.
cart has stopped moving. Nope,
Oh.
wait, I see one sitting in the distance. I lied.
That poor Enderman.
There's an Enderman. There are a lot of Endermen. There's one there, and I think there was one over by the clinic.
Understood. We have an Enderman outburst.
Your roof also has an infestation of many, 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 many creatures.
That's concerning. I will ask either Miles or Fen to take care of that then.
Yeah, you might want to. There are a lot of creepers.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a safety concern.
Hmm. A little bit, a smidge, just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
A small amount of a safety concern.
Having highly explosive creatures in our roof.
Just a little bit of a concern, mayhaps.
You know, Winter, I think it's a bit more than just a little bit of a concern.
I mean, so long as you don't have holes in your roof.
I hope we wouldn't, but also, if any of them get aggressive towards the other and go off, that
Oh,
would have
yeah.
debris falling.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of skeletons up there. There's a lot of skeletons in your attic.
Understood. I'll send Miles up there.
Fair enough.
Hey, it'll give him a reason to procrastinate his paperwork.
Oh, no. Do you really want to give him more reason to procrastinate?
I'm most likely gonna go and help him free some of that, so...
Does he commonly need assistance with the paperwork?
He doesn't need it. It's more of... He has a lot of energy. Sometimes he just needs someone to help keep him on track.
That is understandable. He does seem to have a high amount of energy.
Yes, I imagine you've probably seen it just with basic interactions with him.
I have. I have a lot, yes. Especially with the aggressive head patting.
Yes, he has a tendency to get into other people's personal space.
I have been able to tell.
I would hope so, especially with him being very in your space.
Mhm. It is brief, so I do not mind it entirely.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it remains brief.
That is fair. I'm not one. I'm not one to be touched except for those close to me, so I can understand that.
Sure. It is not that I dislike it entirely, it's just often it can hurt.
It can hurt.
As I have mentioned, a lot of senses are very sensitive.
That's understandable.
I am weaker physically and my senses are very heightened, so oftentimes physical contact can hurt less in a scratch bone breaking way and more of my nerves feel like they are on fire.
Oh, that's unfortunate. If you want, I could work on something to see if I can give assistance with that, just so you don't have to deal with that unpleasantry.
Perhaps. It is something I have lived with forever, so I do not mind it entirely.
That's fair, but you shouldn't have to live with something like that.
This is really the only case in time I have ever come across someone coming up to me and initiating physical contact.
Oh, is that so? Do you not have many people where you lived initiating that?
It is not something my subspecies typically does.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you'll... Niles is also... Most people don't usually go up to strangers and start initiating contact. You usually wait until you know the person. Miles is a special case.
I have been able to tell, seeing as he went threatening the group of us to patting me on the head.
Yeah. Miles is a character.
I have clocked that, yes.
If he does make you uncomfortable, just let him know. He understands pretty easily that.
I will keep that in mind then. I did not wish to upset him.
You won't upset him. He honestly would probably prefer the brutal honesty.
I can tolerate the brief contact, just so long as it stays brief.
Mhm.
I do not like being picked up, though.
I kind of noticed that. Apologies.
Hmm. That is all right. You have no reason to apologize.
It is a how would it be phrased? It is a sympathetic apology. I understand the discomfort of being picked up, even if it is not in the same manner that you go through.
Yes. It is understandable then.
Mm-hmm. So, how are you adjusting to here?
Decently well. The sun is still incredibly, overly, terribly bright.
I can agree to that.
The weather is similar to back home, so it isn't too difficult to adjust to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, so that is nice.
Yeah. It is currently warm. It'll stay warm for this season and next, but once it hits a season called fall, it'll start getting colder.
Unfortunate.
It's enjoyable having that change.
Mm.
Hello.
Hmm?
Apologies if I'm interrupting something.
You're not interrupting at all, Oro. Hello.
Hello. May I come forward or?
You are. When my doors are open, you are welcome anytime.
Yes, just making sure.
Understandable. Thank you. So you said you were having issues with your staff, right?
Yes, its responsiveness has been a bit faulty, without a better term.
Understandable. Can I see it?
Of course.
Thank you. Interesting. I. hmm. Were there any issues with it beforehand? Any. Did it accidentally get damaged?
No, actually, I haven't really had these issues before.
That might be something with the overworld.
Yes, it didn't start until after you took my blood, though.
Until
That's
I
what's
took your
weird.
blood. Interesting. Is the stuff connected to you?
In a manner of speaking, all of my gear is.
How so?
Um, honestly, I'm not quite sure. I tried
Interesting.
asking. It was my father that made these things for me. Well,
Mm-hmm.
he made the staff for me. I made my gear myself.
Of course.
He said that it was like an extension, sort of.
Extension. Interesting. Okay, so. Looking through that. Okay. I have some ideas, but I need a proper area to put that into effect. We, if you were free later in the week, I could have an area put up after you get your license, of course. We have to follow the laws here. But after you get your license, we could have an area put up so we can start doing some research into it, figure out why it's faulty.
Of course.
Because I do have some theories, but as it is not my place to test.
Of course. Understandable. And seeing as there might. I don't know. Like I said, none of this started until the blood was taken, so maybe. I don't know.
Which is interesting because have you had your blood taken before?
I have, and it was actually come to think of it, I was not allowed to wield my staff during those times.
Interesting. Maybe it's the process of. I have a theory that it might be the process of your body sensing an external force and trying to protect your magic, your external magic, from being affected by it.
Possibly.
It is some things we could experiment on in the future when you have a license and you're legally allowed to test these things.
Of course, I would love to.
Mhm.
It's
It's-
bothering something's happening, and I don't know the answer.
That is understandable. For now, I would avoid interacting with the objects, put them away for now, just in case it could be a danger, and to try to set up a meeting with Kieran and let her know I sent you their way, and see if you can get a license sooner.
I will make sure to write a letter as soon as I get back home.
Lovely.
Deliver it upon next tomorrow.
Lovely. It'll be very useful to make sure that is all moving smoothly for you both.
Mm-hmm.
Is,
Well,
is there any other concerns you have?
I was mostly going to ask, have you by chance had a chance to test that blood sample in any way? Out of curiosity.
Sadly, I have been a bit busy, and having a burst of new people here has a tendency to have some paperwork being backed up and work we need to get done. I have not had the chance to test everything. Everything has been put into proper cold storage.
So that's understandable. Like I said, I've never had access to any of my medical records in previous times, so just curious.
You have the curiosity in you. That's understandable. I'll get about to that as soon as I finish the rest of the checkups because it'll be easier to get through all the samples at once.
Thank you. And
Of course.
I will not take up any more of your time.
Mhm.
So yes, thank you.
Of course. If you
I
need
hope you both
anything, I'm
have
right here.
Of course. I hope you both have a wonderful day.
You as well.
You want me to close your doors on the way out, or?
Leave them open, it's fine, but thank you.
Right. Well, see ya.
See you soon.
Interesting.
What?
Mm.
What's interesting?
Just the things he was saying.
Like?
Just the magical connection, I suppose. It's not entirely often I find people who have, I suppose, tools directly connected to them in any way. At least in a way where a blood or internal adjustment, or I suppose lack of at least even just a little of it, would affect in such a way.
That's fair. It is interesting. I've come across it once or twice, but it's not a common item. Most magic doesn't have external connections like that.
I suppose I simply find it interesting because I am most commonly familiar with voodoo magic, so I suppose that's the thing I immediately connected to in my brain.
Oh, that's fair. I've been recently studying voodoo magic. It's a recent
It
interest
is
of mine.
fascinating. I studied it.
What do you enjoy about it?
I suppose I simply find the topic interesting, the possibilities of what you can do with such. Not just, I suppose, voodoo itself, but puppets in general. They are quite helpful.
They can be quite helpful, even though they can be quite dangerous as well.
Depends on whose hands it's in, I suppose.
The hands and the intentions.
Well, I guess that depends too. Not everyone's intentions are always what they think they are.
You are correct. Intentions can be good and still have bad effects on other people.
Everything has an outcome of its opposite form,
Mm-hmm.
so you never know.
You are correct. Would you like to go on a walk? As much as I enjoy being indoors and away from the bright lights, fresh air is usually pretty good for me, especially since it gets a bit stuffy in here.
I would be alright with going on a walk.
Lovely. Yes?
That is a person
Oh,
that
what?
just fell from the ceiling.
Mm.
That is an entire person
Are
that
you
just fell from the
okay?
ceiling.
I didn't know exactly where the limits lied with using magic within the top portion of the city, so I just turned it off, but didn't catch myself last minute.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
1 second. Let
Yeah,
me
thank you.
just... There you go.
Thank you.
Of course.
Right. I came back because I had forgotten that to see if we could discuss about your god, if I remember correctly.
You are welcome to join me. I was about to head out for a walk if you'd like to walk with Winter and I.
Oh, that'd be fine. That's quite excellent, actually.
Lovely.
Don't worry, I won't be falling anymore.
Uh,
I would hope not.
I don't mind healing people. It is a part of my job, but I do... It does add a concern.
Sorry, I was just mid-drift when I was realizing when I should not be using magic anymore within the city walls.
You're enjoying your magic, and then you realize, oh, I'm in the city walls. How
Yes.
unfortunate.
I'm usually able to catch myself at least at the very last moment, but not this time. Oh.
Yeah, that... Please make sure to be a bit more careful.
I will.
The clinic is open, and I am open to help people, but past checkups, I'd prefer not to have any visitors.
Yeah, just when I thought I was doing better in my health check area.
It seems not.
No, unfortunate.
No worries. I'm pretty sure I'll put exercising off the falling from the sky checklist.
I will admit that is not a healthy exercise to have.
All right, then I will mark that out. I will try a different kind.
I would suggest maybe going for a run or a swim.
Yes. No, I would rather much enjoy some hiking or sprinting or cardio overall. I'm not big into the scene of lifting weights as most do.
Understandable.
Oh. Do we ever find a situation about this?
I'm just... He is not under my jurisdiction. I'm just gonna walk away from it.
That's quite fair. I was just confused. I don't remember seeing him specifically when we had done our tour to begin with.
I wish we did not see him at all anymore.
That's fair. I mean, hey, a few places gotta have, I guess, that well-known one local, right?
That one guy.
I feel like we could have a different local than him. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, comparatively to, the werewolves and the demons, that's pretty unique already, but I guess a man without a shirt is definitely up on there.
I feel like our unique local should be Miles.
Oh, no, I absolutely agree. I think that would be best. So, you once said that this temple connects all gods, correct?
Yes, this is a place for all worship.
Oh, that is very odd. I've never seen or heard of a temple that's able to commune with all gods, at least.
Mhm. Well, I mean, Nocturin is a unique town.
You've got me there, I will say. Huh, so was this place founded, or did you and the other leaders construct it?
It's a bit of a long story. Perhaps one for another day.
Sounds well, sounds well.
Mhm.
Still, it's quite remarkable to see that more gods can commune into one place.
It is.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Would you happen to know about these writings?
Writings?
Yes, on the side here.
Oh.
Or are they just merely decorative?
They're not decorative, but not my place to say.
Ah, I see. That's quite fair. No worries.
Hmm.
Ooh. Hmm. Was that for your god?
Yes, that was for Alaric.
Oh, nice. And I guess in broad terms, how did you come to be under this god of yours?
Well, in simple terms, from birth, I was raised into worshipping this god.
Hmm. That's interesting. I mean, there have been plenty of families like that for sure. But how was it for you, I guess, growing up? Was it just something that was always natural, or was it something that at times you felt defiant about?
I have never felt defiant against my god.
Hmm.
They have always been by my side and helpful in what I need. Even if I don't have, even if there's not communication in the moment.
I suppose that is fair. How did, I guess, next for your experience, how was it knowing that there were other people that worship other gods beside yours?
I knew from a young age that people worshipped other gods. I didn't mind. Everyone had a different god they connected to better. I myself cannot imagine worshipping, let's say, Kieran's god, but I respect it.
Huh.
I
Uh,
I followed
mhm.
the god of mind and magic. It's something that's been always connected to me, just as love and darkness is connected to Kieran.
I suppose that is fair. I mean, in that respect, I can understand how you all came together. My question, though, is how exactly did all of you meet?
Um, most of us, well, I met Kieran and Miles much before we became leaders. Um,
Hmm?
it was just younger versions of us in this town meeting. It was accident. It's you live in a town. There's only so many people you meet.
I suppose that is fair. That is fair. I was just always kind of fascinated with the histories and the ways things work, so that's why I was curious on how you all came together, I guess, ways you found your gods, and it's an interesting story for sure. It's just nice to know some, I guess, groundwork of a place that you're staying at, just to get some history lessons in here and there, I guess.
That's fair. I will admit that you're not going to find too much groundwork. Everyone here's different in their own ways. I mean, you see each of the leaders side by side. We're all uniquely different in our own ways.
That is true. Different pairs act very distinct from other pairs. It's been something interesting. I mean, the only, I guess, two I haven't really had the grace of seeing much would probably be Fen and Azalea, but I can only imagine as leaders you are very busy.
Yes, we all have our different focuses. Miles has high energy. He's usually running around doing something, so it's easy to spot him when he's running past you.
I will say it is very funny seeing a leader very energetic.
Mhm.
And I guess even for his position, it is something that I've found a bit, I guess, not odd, more just something I've never seen. Just someone as young as he was being put into like position, I guess.
That's fair. He's a. Not again.
Oh, they follow me everywhere. I've been cursed. I don't know what I've done. This isn't the first time I have seen this.
Which god bid you anger?
I don't know. So I was hoping maybe you could help me find out.
I think praying and asking might help.
I think that would be best.
Or at
But
least asking for forgiveness.
I would immediately ask for forgiveness. But oh right, I guess that leads to that this question I had earlier as well. Exactly what is that?
Pardon?
That creature?
Oh, the creature. They're not too common. They mainly show up around here. They...
Hmm.
The proper name
Can
for
they
them...
not go back through?
They cannot. The proper name
That's
for them would be a zombified piglin.
Huh. So an undead piglin? What is a piglin?
A humanoid pig-like creature.
Interesting. And do they roam around here or
Not commonly. You'll mainly find them in this area. They're not a common creature to have.
I see. Huh. That's always just been, I guess, an odd thing since that day.
Mhm. They're fairly docile creatures as long as you do not attack them first.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I'd be very aggressive if someone were to strike me.
Mhm. And I will warn you, if you attack one, all of them will attack you.
Oh, so like a mob type of situation?
Think more of a... If you attack a part of a family, the whole family will come after you.
I see. I'll make sure to keep that in mind if I find more then. Would hate for a whole bloodline to come after me.
Yeah, no. Bloodlines are not enjoyable when they're angry.
No.
Not like a congress.
Oh, yeah, that also works.
I guess in a manner.
Well, I mean, I guess that's as most of I wanted to learn about your god. I mean, is there been any other instances of what they've accomplished? Any history behind them besides being the god of magic and mind?
I will admit, my god has a bit of a negative attachment to them. Sadly, a lot of the followers to this god, they're highly manipulative and usually not very caring people. I'm actively trying to change that stereotype, but it's hard to change people's minds on things they're set in.
Well, I commend you, Construct. You know, sometimes all it takes is one person.
It's one
I
step at a
believe you
time.
are doing well.
Thank you, Winter.
Well, I'll make sure to at least keep that in mind if I come across any other followers. I mean, it's very odd knowing that one with magic in mind could have such, I guess, a toxic following. A very, I guess one could say.
Yeah, I mean, as much as the mind can be interesting, it is also a very dark place.
That is true. I guess it's interesting to see how all the gods work here with hand in hand. Oh, right. Is there any, I guess, favors? Like, for your god, is there any other gods I find favorable or dislike?
I see. The 5 main gods that are most worshipped in the city, that are worshipped by me and the other city leaders, they are favorable among each other. They have, which might be why we all got very close.
I guess they work in unity, which is very nice. I mean, makes sense with that decorative piece that you had. I believe it was a waterfall, correct? Or a fountain near the front entrance, I believe, with your gods.
Oh, yes, a fountain.
Yes, I remember that. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that's mostly all I wanted to know was just exactly their following, what they've accomplished, who they like and dislike. I don't think there's much more. I wanted to go from there.
Yeah, my god Alaric isn't a fan of many other gods, and many other deities do not appreciate them as well.
Interesting. Okay. I will make sure to keep that in check. That's good to know. I appreciate it, Construct.
Of course. It is something to keep an eye out on.
I will. And I'll guess I'll see if I'm able to reach out to my gods through here. I would now, but I've been quite busy and I'd rather dedicate that time to try and see if I can contact them than try to do a rush job, I guess.
You want to give them the attention they deserve. I understand that.
Exactly.
I feel like they
Especially
might be
knowing-
insulted if you try to rush it.
Yeah, especially knowing that now one of their followers doesn't, isn't part of the realm, so I guess we'll see how they feel about that one, I guess.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. But I guess with that, I'll be taking my leave. I just need to go get a few things finished. And am I able to make more appointments with you through letter, or do you want to discuss that at a later time for when I could get that second checkup?
The easiest way to contact me would be through leaving letters in my mailbox. If you need to set
Right.
up appointments or if you just need any help in general, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help.
Right, of course, and I appreciate it.
Of
Oh,
course.
right. I never got your name before. I realized we talked, but I'm sorry, I never asked. If I may, what was your name? No?
Oh, they have their note in they have their face. Winter.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I
Oh,
am translating things. Sorry. Winter.
no worries.
I am Winter.
Nice to
Sorry.
meet you. No, that's
I
quite fine.
tend to get fixated.
No, I can understand. It's one of my, I guess, problems as well, but, we make do with what we do because we only enjoy or find it interesting, I guess.
Yes.
Well, it was good to see both of you. I will be taking my leave and I'll see you around.
It was lovely seeing you. Hopefully we can talk in a non-professional manner in the future.
Yes, of course. Don't worry. And I promise you the next time we have a checkup, I will do better.
It is hey, I let you distract me a bit as well. It's okay.
Of course. All right. Well, you all take care and have a great day now.
Have a lovely
as well.
day. How's it going?
Good. I apologize for zoning out. I get very fixated when I am learning.
That is understandable. I get the same way when I'm taking notes.
Mm. All right.
Understood. I'm glad it seems you're enjoying it at least.
Mm-hmm. I am attempting.
Mm-hmm. Hey, attempting is all I ask.
Mm.
You want to go first?
I'm all right.
Understood.
This does not seem very tall person.
It is
like
not.
friendly.
I'll have to edit it in the future.
Mhm.
Oh, lovely. It's dark out again.
Oh, thank goodness.
I know you mentioned you follow people out of instinct. Do you ever take the lead yourself?
Typically not. No.
Okay, it's interesting to me. It's not something I'm used to.
Yes. Typically it is just a follow thing.
That's fair. Does it ever bother you?
Following people?
Yeah. I mean, I do not mind following people myself on occasion, but personally,
I do
I...
not.
Oh, behind you. Be careful. Hmm?
I do not mind the instinct very much.
That's fair. It's an interesting instinct, to say the least.
It assists with a lot of things I do passively anyways.
Oh? Like
I
what?
suppose learn.
Oh? Could you elaborate?
I am not sure how to. Oh,
Oh. And I whoop.
I killed the construct. Canon real.
Time to go to jail.
My bad.
Time to go to jail. Chop chop. Killing a
The
city leader is
divided by
definitely illegal.
accidentally divided by 0. Might
I-
be.
I will admit, killing a city leader is illegal. You're gonna go to jail for
I
that one.
No, I don't know how the calculators work.
Why did you divide by
Divided by
0?
0. I didn't know.
Winter, you're gonna go to jail. Winter, you're gonna go to jail.
All I did was divide by 0. I'm sorry.
Why did you divide by 0? Why?
I didn't know.
God, I am lagging today.
Oh goodness.
Help me.
What's funny is I'm the one with a severe thunderstorm right now.
I just got hit by sudden heat, and my roommates keep turning my temperature up to like the 70s.
Ooh, yikes.
Yikes.
Big yikes
Oop,
there,
I did
didn't
not connect.
Oh no, you did not.
I think it's gonna be table time for a second while I try to fix
Gonna
this.
be table time for a hot minute.
Table
Constructs
time.
will never get to learn the secrets.
No! Let me learn the secrets, please!
Nocturin SMP said no secrets for a construct.
I want the secrets. Okay, I'm gonna go back to normal voice for a second. It's table time.
Table time!
Table time!
Time!
Table time! I look at Construct, I'm like, this bitch needs earrings. Look at their face, and I'm like, you need earrings, don't you? But oh my gosh, these PNGs are so cute.
They are, I love them.
Just like little winter. Little winter, so
Little
cute.
winter!
Like
Little
I'm expanding winter. I also love how they both have eye themes.
They do. It's fantastic.
Let me grab my PNG. I'm just throwing them next to each other because oh my god, they're so pretty.
So
Like,
pretty. Pretty.
they both got little eye themes. Look at them.
Eyes. They perceive.
They see you. They also have similar colored eyes.
They do.
We'll let these two near each other.
Well, that's a little too late for that now.
Shit.
I mean, they're hanging out. It's a little too late.
They literally chilling.
They literally just chilling. Well, they were just chilling.
One day.
They were just chilling, and then Nocturne SMP ate Ali Mel.
Fuck. Let me back in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Please, 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 slash res.
Free them. Free them, for they have done
Let me
nothing
in.
wrong.
I have done nothing wrong except be too hot to handle. Okay. Am I in? Am I in?
Are you alive?
Rose, turn around.
Turn around. Hang on.
Around the world, around
Oh,
the world.
Are you living? Are you living?
I
Should
see
we give it a
you.
couple seconds first, or?
Have your head follow me.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me swap back to my.
Yeah, I'm not swapping just yet. So follow my
Yeah,
movements as I move. Okay, it seems I'm alive. Let me fix
alive?
my
Okay,
yeah. Let me fix the
thank
PNGs and we can hop back in.
Nah, just have large winter on your screen.
Listen, I love Wintier. I love them so much. They're the coolest damn bitch. But no, they're too large.
Ginormous winter stream
I
where
will
I
put
just take up the entire stream.
like they can't see any of the game.
Nope, it's just winter. You only see me talking, and that's it.
You know what? Fair. Winter pretty.
Yeah.
Anyways, wow, I just blacked out for a second. What happened?
Oh, that's good. How did you get over there?
I have no idea. This isn't even where I was heading.
No, you're over here.
Man, weird.
Very, very.
So, actually, I was curious. Where are you currently staying, if you don't mind showing me?
I'm staying down by the water.
Could you show me?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm unused to being the one in the front.
I can tell. Hmm.
Here.
Lovely.
Mhm.
Do you mind me... Oh, wait. This could actually be a good situation. Could you try putting the common translation underneath?
Oh,
If you misspell it, I can fix it for you, but it would be a good practice. Um, very close. Is it okay if I fix it?
mhm.
No, you were very close. The only part you messed up on was you did a runic eye.
Mm. I'm doing better.
You're doing great. You're learning extremely fast.
Mm. Do not mind the critter sounds.
What critters do you have in there?
A couple.
How many is a couple?
3.
That's a few.
That is a few.
Well, maybe one day when you're comfortable, you could show me them.
Hang on. One sec. I'll show you
Okay.
one of them. Show you one of them.
Okay, okay.
The other one doesn't want to come out from under the desk.
That is fair. Oh my
He
gosh,
wants to go
they're
back inside.
adorable.
Back
He doesn't
inside
like the
right
sun
now.
either.
You, bro did not like the sun.
I don't blame him.
They
Well,
kind of just followed me, and I was like, okay, and I picked it up and brought it back with me.
they are very cute. Do you know which animal that is?
No, not at all, not in the slightest.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes,
That is a beaver.
beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Do you want me to tell you how to spell it?
yes.
A beaver is a B E A V E R.
Beaver. 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 Okay.
Hmm.
It's a V. What does a... I do not know what a V looks like. Okay.
Lovely. But yeah, no, that is a beaver. Hmm. You happy not being the one in front again?
Yes, very.
Hmm. But it seems like you're settling in nicely into the town.
I suppose so, yes.
What is your favorite part about the town so far?
I quite like the plants.
Oh? Are you one to enjoy nature?
Not commonly, though it's nice to see, seeing as there wasn't very much of it back home.
That's fair. You're enjoying something new.
Yes.
Oh, hello, ma'am. Are you enjoying petting them?
Yes.
They are very cute, I will admit.
What are they?
Oh, these are called moss blooms. They're a deer-like creature.
Deer.
Do you know what a deer is?
No.
Understood. A deer is... Well, Kieran and I are part deer. You can see from our ears, antlers, legs, and tails.
I was wondering what those were. I thought they were horns.
Yes. Common confusion. These are called antlers for what they are on us.
Alright.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Is deer spelt with an A or an E?
And deer is spelled with 2 E's.
2 E's. Okay. Not like the start of a letter, deer.
No. Deer for the animal is 2 E's. Start of the letter of the term of endearment is deer.
Alright.
Mhm.
I can remember.
Lovely. You were saying you're struggling.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. You were saying you're struggling with learning the names of some plants, so I thought I could take you to some of the farmland and we could try learning some.
Alright.
Lovely. Oh, hello, sir. Also, a distinction. The male ones have antlers and the female ones have the flowers on them.
Okay.
That is for the
deer,
that is just for the moss blooms.
just for moss blooms. Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's try this one I'm currently on top of. Do you know this?
Cabbage.
Close. They are easy to confuse. This is lettuce. Here, grab. You can feel free to grab one so you can see it.
I think you picked up the seeds.
I did, but there's some extra seeds, so feel free to grab them. Let's try this red one. Do you know what this is?
Which red one?
The one that was next to the,
Tomato.
Yes, good job. Now, this one right here.
Cabbage.
Yes. Okay. What about this orange one?
I have no idea.
Feel free to grab one. Those are called carrots.
There's a lot of your land is not lit up well for the night.
It is not. I think that would be Fenn's job. I'll address Fenn with it. Moving on, this other red one. Oh? Oh, you're collecting some mandrakes. Here, let me help. You were collecting mandrakes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
That one has bagpipes.
I don't know if this team's safe free. I'm running. The biggest nightmare of them all.
You're right. Hang on. I see the one with the bagpipes. No, it's hiding. It's smart.
They're learning.
They're learning. Oh god, and they're coming around the fence. Where did the bagpipes one go?
Oh, wait, there seems to be one over here. Is that it? Yes, it is.
Oh,
It's hiding.
no. Which one?
It's grown
Oh, it's
intelligent.
And there's a ghost. There goes. Hello. I cannot do much damage to these things at all in the slightest.
There we go. Did it drop any ectoplasm? Man. Oh, it did. Lovely.
Where's the
I think we should
bagpipes
escape it. Where? Maybe if I can quickly kill it. Sorry, Azalea.
one? He's over there
I
somewhere.
can hear it in the distance.
I see it. You know, all the non-copyrighted ones are coming over.
That is so inconvenient of them. Oh, I hear it. I hear it getting closer.
I hear him.
I hear him. I see him.
Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
Oh.
Oh. You withered the non-bagpipe one.
Oh god.
It's gone. Oh, we're safe.
We are safe. We are safe from copyright.
Okay. Do you want
Thank
zombie
you,
heads?
God. Sure. Thank you.
I have no use for the heads. No one tell Azalea I broke the flowers.
Oh, no.
No one tell Azalea and I'll be fine. Are you okay? Did you get hit by them?
No, I'm alright.
Okay, lovely.
I tend to stay out of the way with that kind of stuff.
That's fair. I'm not typically one for fighting, hence the reason I have a small dagger on me. Basic self-defense, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Oof. I think it might be time for me to retire, though. I have a lot of work I need to get through.
Alright.
I will see you again soon.
Of course. I will be around.
Okay, I'll see you soon then. You have
I
a
will
good...
see
Well, it's almost morning now. Have a good day.
night, morning, evening, time.
Time. Have a good time.
Have a good time. See you around. It was nice hanging out with, and I appreciate you helping me.
Of course. It was nice hanging out with you as well. I look forward to seeing how you learn.
I look forward to you teaching me.
Hmm.
You are very nice company.
Thank you.
I will be
Well,
going then.
have a lovely day.
You as well.
I, Okay, listen. I'm not interested in them, but they are very pretty, and it's nice receiving compliments from them, especially with how silent they are. I think I'm allowed to appreciate compliments. Especially since they're very silent, so they don't seem to give them out much. Ugh. Yes, I know. I damaged myself a little. It's fine, it's fine. That should be enough that you let up? Okay. Let's get some rest. You have a good night. I'll get back to you soon. OMG, Lalore. I love lore. So much. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did as well. But that was fun. We got to see some new characters, see some that we've already seen. It was a lot of fun. Is anyone currently live? There is somebody. But that was fun. I hope you guys had fun with it as well. We got to see some new characters, got to build some new dynamics. got to have Construct teach somebody and build a friendship? Who knows? But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It seems like a lot of things are going well. Nocturin is turning out to be a blast. And actually talking about people being live, guess where I can send y'all? Radio is live. So you guys can go off to say hello to Radio. As soon as it processes, they went live on Twitch. Please, Twitch, let me raid Radio. Oh. Radio Pen, they're playing Phasmophobia. Let's start this raid. You guys go say hello. Make sure Radio has a lovely time. Okay. As that raid is setting up, let me give you the debrief of what is happening this week. So, we just had some Nocturin today with more checkups, meeting new people. Tomorrow, Radio and I have something going on. It has not been decided what yet, so keep an eye out for that. Friday, we have again more Nocturin, but it's Miles and Construct hanging out a bit. Saturday, Rose and I will be playing a mod pack. I don't know which one. They sent it to me. I have not looked at it. Looks away. Sunday, we'll have more Windcraft. Monday, we have some circus that is going on. Tuesday, I will be gone. There will be no streams from me. I apologize. And next Wednesday, we have Eternity with Alton and Allie. So, that is the plan for the week. Now, go off and say hi to Radio. Bye.